Do you need to lose your ego? Well, let's find out in this video. My name is Janet Riney and I'm a quantum change coach here to educe, elevate and liberate your mind to live a life you've yet to imagine. Now, the death of ego is a really interesting topic and can be an interesting experience. It's important to know what the ego is so you recognize it when it flits away. So what is death to ego? Wikipedia states it's to lose control of oneself, one's conscious awareness, the ego, and is replaced by the unconscious. This may happen spontaneously, without warning, and while one is awake. Ego death often results in a complete loss of a sense of time and self. Now, at first glance, this might seem like a terrible process, but don't fear. Because we'll go through this video, you'll begin to understand the benefits of living with less ego and allowing your soul, your spiritual nature to come to the fore. So what is ego? Ego is the use of conscious thoughts and behaviors that we each have. This self-centered thinking, because we're thinking about ourselves, is what creates the illusion of separate realities. Most people can have an inflated view of their abilities and believe they're more successful than they really are. And as a result, they continue to think they're amazing, they're brilliant, that the world revolves around them. So is it beneficial to have an ego? So remember that ego plays a role in your life. It was created based upon previous behaviors and experiences in different situations. So when these behaviors are repeated in the current, it's because it believes that your ego believes it's protecting you and helping you in this current situation. It gives the illusion of security and control. However, when situations have changed and you start to bring these old behaviors into a new situation, the ego has to fall away because with a different experience, you can't use the same old behaviors. So does the ego need to die? Do you feel you always have to be right? Do you believe you have to be the one to get things done? That the world revolves around you? Is getting the things you want getting done, getting in the way of your relationship? See, these are just a few examples of egoic behavior, and I'll present a list as we go through. So what happens when the ego dies? Rather than dying, the ego falls away. You see, when the old behavior or attitude is redundant because it can't deal with your new situation, you slowly start resorting to that behavior pattern. And as it's been said before, if you don't use it, you lose it. That's the same with aspects of your ego. Aspects of your personality fall away. And when those aspects fall away, you're able to see the world around you differently. And you see more opportunities as they open themselves up to you. And this is because the old way of thinking has fallen away and there's space for new thought, new conscious thought, thought in the moment, and there's space for intuitive behavior and thoughts. Your soul starts to rise. And the more we enter into new situations, the more the old ego has to die, and as we enter into new situations, we gain more experiences, new experiences. And when this falling away happens, there can be a feeling of lightness. The pressure of having to be a certain way, to do things a certain way, to be right no longer exists. The thoughts you believe to be true no longer have the same impact on you, and so there is a lightness. So how do you embrace this state of mind? Although things may seem fearful, the fear only exists because the ego is falling away and it's trying to protect itself and you. The ego isn't something separate, it's something you created, which is part of your personality. And at periods in your life, you needed to develop strategies and techniques to protect yourself or to achieve certain goals. And in understanding in a different space and time, there's no need to protect yourself in the way you used to. And when there is less ego and striving, there is more spirit and soul forming the basis of your decisions. You learn to go with the flow because even if things don't work out the way as planned, because they never do. You recognize and accept the situation for what it is and act in alignment with that time and the current situation, not bringing in old behaviors. As such, when your ego dies, you're able to listen and hear your soul, be guided by your heart, by love, to navigate this experience of life. If you want to go deeper into this journey, click the link below and it'll take you to a free resource. I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye.